Here are 4 exercises to strengthen your shoulders. So for this class, you're just going to need a long band, and then you're going to need 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can just use a stack of books or some cushions. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with shoulder internal rotation. We're just going to grab one of our yoga blocks. Again, if you have a cushion, that will work as well. We're just resting our head on it as we lay down to the side. So we're going to lie down onto our side, shoulder right underneath us, arm coming straight up from that shoulder, and then we're going to bend that arm. Again, block is just here for a headrest. We're going to bend that arm to 90 degrees. Here we're going to rotate our hand or shoulder, bringing our hand all the way down towards the floor. Go as far as you can, and then once you get to your furthest point, you're going to bring that other hand on top of that wrist to hold it there. Let's take 3 deep breaths in this stretch. You should feel a stretch in your shoulder, and maybe it follows down your bicep towards your elbow. Good. 2 more deep breaths. As you exhale, if you can gently come down a little bit further, you can do so. We got 2 rounds of 2 efforts. First effort is going to be driving this arm up into our hand. So think about you're trying to bring your hand back up to this starting position, but that other hand is not letting it. So let's take a deep breath in. We're going to squeeze that arm, and we're going to drive that arm up into that hand. Good. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. This hand is stopping that arm from going anywhere. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and release. Second effort, we're going to bring that top hand, bring underneath the hand. Big breath in again, squeeze that arm, drive now that hand down into the hand, trying to bring it towards the floor even more. Good, this hand is just providing some resistance. Good, keep driving down. We got 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Along with strengthening the shoulder, we're also opening up the range of motion. So let's take a deep breath in. Try to bring that hand down towards the floor a little bit more. See if you opened up your shoulder a little bit. We're going to just do 1 more round of that. Big breath in, squeeze that arm, drive up into that hand now. Good, keep driving up. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Bring the hand underneath and driving down. Last one. Good. Keep that tension high. Keep driving down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good. Let's go big inhale, exhale. See if you opened up some range of motion there on that last round. Awesome. And let's switch sides. Same exact thing. Place that shoulder down. Arms straight out from that shoulder. Bend at 90 degrees. Let's drop that hand towards the floor. Make sure that elbow is still in line with that shoulder here. Once you get to your furthest point, hand comes on top. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Again, you'll find that stretch. If it's too intense, just come a little bit out of it. Start where you feel comfortable. Good. 1 more deep breath. Again, 2 rounds of these 2 efforts. First effort is driving that arm up into that hand. Hand stopping it from going anywhere. Big breath in, squeeze that arm, and driving up. Good. Hand is providing that resistance. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Hand comes underneath, big breath in, and now you're driving that arm down into that hand. Good, that hand is kind of driving up into that arm just to provide some pressure here. Good, keep driving that arm down though. Got 3, 2, release. Good, big inhale, even bigger exhale. Try to find a little bit more range there. Good, starting where you just opened up to. 1 more round, exactly what we just did. Big breath in, squeeze that arm, and driving up. Good. As you're driving that arm up into that hand, wherever you felt that stretch, that should be enhanced here. Good. 3, 2, and release. And hand comes underneath, and driving down. Good. Just last 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Good. Big inhale, big exhale. Try to find a little bit more range. See if your shoulder opened up even just a centimeter or 2. And rest. Awesome. From there, we're going to grab our other yoga block and head on to our stomach here. All right, so heading onto our stomach here, you guys can drop your head into the floor. You don't have to hold your head up the whole time. I'm going to, just so you guys can hear me. From here on our stomachs, we're just going to bring your elbows straight, both of them. So exact same thing on the other side. Elbows straight up from the shoulders and bend at 90 degrees again. From there, again, rest your head down onto the floor and your shoulders down towards the floor. And from there, you're going to rotate the hands up as far as you can. So think about the biceps rotating towards the sky, hands lifting up. If you can't get any lift off, you're just going to stay where you are. If you can get some lift off, you're going to place some books or blocks underneath those wrists. So let's grab those. Place your hands on the objects if you got a lift off. If you didn't, then no worries. Here we're in shoulder external rotation. Again, while strengthening the shoulders, we're going to open up our range of motion as well. First effort is going to be driving our hands down into the floor or the blocks. Second effort, we're going to be trying to lift them off. So let's go 2 rounds of those 2 efforts. Big breath in and drive those hands down into the floor or those blocks. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, release, and big breath in. Trying to lift those hands off the floor or those blocks. Again, you're thinking about those shoulders rotating, biceps rotating towards the sky. 3, 2, release. Good. If you got a lift off, place something underneath those wrists. If you got a lift off on those blocks, you can lift up those blocks. Or if you're using books, add some books or add a book or 2 to lift up your hand a little bit higher. All right, one more round. Lots of tension. Big breath in. Squeeze both arms, both hands, and drive them down into the ground or those blocks. Good. Keep driving, keep driving. Think about the biceps rotating towards the floor as you're driving down. So really drive from those shoulders. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, release. And last effort, squeeze again and try to rotate those biceps to the sky. Good. Lift those hands off. We got 3, 2, and rest. Good. We are going to save those blocks for later, so you can just push them off to the floor or off to the side. From there, we're going to grab our band. And we are going to head down onto our back with it. All right, back to internal rotation through the shoulders. You're going to place that one end of the band under the foot, and then you're going to hang on to it with that same side arm. Same position again, always with that elbow in line with the shoulders, 90 degrees bend with the elbow. From there, we're going to bring the leg forward just to get the back of the hand towards the floor, especially if your band is really tight. And then from there, you're going to keep your arm there, but then straighten your leg so you add that tension onto the band. Squeezing as hard as you can. You're going to go as slow as you can, rotating that fist up and then down towards your feet. Again, slow and control here. Good. Once you get to your furthest point without the back of the shoulder lifting up, you're going to take a deep breath in, squeeze that arm, and drive back. If you have too much tension on your band, just bend the leg a little bit more to loosen it up. Good. We got 4 more, 5 total. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slow, slow, slow. Rotate, rotate. Good. Go to your furthest point without that back of the shoulder lifting up off the ground. Squeeze again and back. Good. Slow on the way down. Rotating, rotating with control. You can go a little faster on the way up. Squeeze, tension, and back. Good. I always lose count, so this is either 4 or 5. It never hurts to do an extra one. So let's go one more. Good. And rest. All right, switching there. We got 5 reps on the other side. On the bottom of the foot, laying back. Again, you can use your leg to take the tension off the band and straighten there. Let's make sure back of the shoulders on the ground, elbows in line with shoulders. We're slowly with control, rotating. Good. That's 1. Good. That's 2. Again, you're going slow as you're bringing your fist down towards the feet. We're internally rotating. Good. And then you can go quicker on the way back. Last 2. And last one. With control. You're not letting the band just fling your hand forward. And rest. Good. All right. Last exercise. Shoulder flexion hovers. We're going to go back to our stomach, grab our blocks. Again, if your shoulder flexion's a little bit limited, then you don't need blocks. You can just work off the floor. All right, so you can start again with your arms just on the ground. Again, rest your head down onto the floor. I'm going to keep it up just so you can hear me here. Thumbs up towards the sky, arms nice and straight, elbows straight. You're going to just try to lift your arms up as high as you can. If you can't get much of a lift off, then don't place anything on the outside of your hands. So I'm going to place my blocks on the outside of my arms here. What we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in together. We're going to lift our arms up as high as we can. We're going to bring them out, set them down. Again, big breath in, squeeze, lift off, hover over with control, nice and slow. Don't let your arms just plop down. With control, lowering down. We got 5 here. All together, big breath in, straighten the elbows, thumbs up to the sky, lift up, hover, slowly set down, lift off, back again, slowly set down. That's 1. Good. Again, bring your head down into the floor so your neck doesn't strain. Big breath in, lift off, hover, set down, up, back, down. Good. Last 3. Nice. Last 2. If you can lift higher and higher each rep. Good. You're fighting for more shoulder flexion each time. Last 1. And rest. Awesome. Those are 4 exercises to strengthen your shoulders and open up a little bit of range of motion in them as well. Hope you enjoyed. Try to get that class done at least once a week, and your shoulders will thank you.